You guys, happy second week in January. I don't know if you remembered, but last week we had no power, no internet. So I wasn't able to do my 2023 kind of predictions and channel like I had hoped to do last week. So I'm going to do it for this week. So I'm going to take a big deep breath. I was really tuned in, and then technology. So anyway, back tuned in. I am going to just go ahead and start. I did my meditation right now, and oh, it's Tammy watching through your business page. Okay, got it. So there we go. Hi there. Hi, everybody. Okay, so during my meditation last week, my team gave me some messages to give you guys for 2023. And then I went ahead and got a little bit more for this week. So I have them written down as well. Okay. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the format for today, and it's going to be slightly different because it's a new year and a new format. Well, not really a new format, just some changes. So the thing today is that, like always, I'm going to do the love and learn topic, which means I'm going to talk for anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, right? And then I'm going to open things up. Now, normally you guys know that I pull a card for whoever is on here, and that you don't ask questions of me for personal questions about things that are going on in your life. That is usually reserved for a reading that you can book on Soul Star Magic. But on my Magic Mondays community, I usually pull a card for people for magic mini readings. And then you have to trust that if the card resonates with you, it is for you. So even if I call Michelle and I say, Michelle, it's your turn for a reading, if the card pull resonates with you, just understand that the message is for you. So we've been doing that for a long time. What I am going to do today, though, you guys, is I am going to give you a chance, because I've done this the last 2 years. I've given you a chance to ask questions, okay? They can be personal, but it would be more helpful if it's more of the collective. It's more about the we of us and the community of us this channeling right now, this time this year. It's more about the collective consciousness as opposed it is to us individually. And what it really is, it's the collective and us individually, which you'll see when I get to it. Okay, so you are allowed to ask questions today, and I do have my pendulum out so I can get to yes and no questions. I haven't ever done this before, so this is my yes and no questions. This is yes when I'm holding it. You can see that I'm not moving my hand at all, and my pendulum is all ready and excited and ready to go. So anyway, it's telling me no because there's no questions yet. So I've got my pendulum out, and I use this, you guys, when I do my readings. I actually use this as a test. It's just another way to come in, that when I'm working with clients and you have a big thing going on and you really are looking for some guidance, a yes or no guidance, I will go ahead and talk to my team, get my messages from them, get all of my psychic senses for it, and then I will just double check with my pendulum, because it's a way of using a tool to check what's going on. Okay, so let me go back and just say hi to everybody, my peeps. There's 11 people on right now. I love it. So that means it's time to get started for sure. Okay, you guys, 2023. So I talked slightly about this last week. Okay, so it is in numerology, we are in a 7-year. We are in a universal 7-year. You add 2, 2, and 3, right? 2023, and you get a 7-year. Last year, we were in a 6-year, 2022. 2022 was a divinely feminine year, and it was a hugely emotional year, and it was all about relationships. So relationships, new relationships coming into your life, new loves coming into your life, marriages, long-term relationships, deepening and going even deeper and fuller in, relationships with children, with family, and also the cleanup of some relationships. If you've had very difficult relationships in the past with family or friends, this was also the year that was going to be brought to the surface, and you were either going to have to make the choice of putting that friend on a shelf, giving some distance, clearing it up, doing forgiveness work, or letting it go. So that's what 2022 really focused on. 2023 as a 7-year is really, 7 is all about spirituality. It's about the higher self. It is the number of spirituality. So this, for a lot of people, will be a deeply introspective year. Now, for me personally, I'm about 18 months ahead of what is happening with the universal years. I found that out and I asked about it. And that is because when I ask that question of like, why am I always a little bit ahead? Like when you give me this information, I've already gone through it, or I've already done through it. I've already been thinking about these things, or already moved my life in that direction. And what they told me is because I am an energy catalyst and I am an energy activator. And because of such, I actually feel the energy at the beginning of the wave, and I start moving at the beginning of the wave, and I'm pretty far ahead before the collective consciousness. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's just personal information about me. So a lot of this stuff in the 7-year, I actually was doing it last year. And a lot of you guys may be in the same way because you're in my community. So that may resonate with you as well. You may be on the beginning of the waves of things as opposed to the middle or the end, right? So in a deeply 7-year right now, it is really, as I said before, it's about as above, so below, as within, so without. So it means that collectively, we are going to be working on things in the collective consciousness, and we are going to be bringing them into our personal field. And then what we project out is what we perceive back. So manifestation is always a huge topic with me, right? So what you're projecting out is what you are going to be bringing at. So if you are in a higher state of awareness and consciousness, and you're bringing that down into you, those more positive states of being, those more, those more loving ways of being, those more those more friendlier ways, talking well to yourself, affirmations, a lot of those things. If you are bringing that down from your spiritual body and you're bringing it into your material body and to possession, it's going to be a really great year for you of focus. And I'm going to say that to you because my word of the year this year is focus. So my word of the year is focus. My goals are community, opportunity, and prosperity. So it took me a long time to get those, you guys. If you guys have your word, pop them in the thing, because if anybody still doesn't have a word today, you guys can really help out the community by giving your word of the year to other people to think about and ruminate on. I think it's more important to have a word of the year than it is to have resolutions, because the word can stick with you all year. Okay. Okay, so here's the other thing I really want to tell you about 2023 of what they're showing me a lot. The words that came up is joy. So remember last year, you guys, I created my joyful deck. Joy is a really big word this year. So it really wants to, we really want to find the joy this year. Thanks, you guys. I love that you're putting it in there. Really find the joy this year. And what goes along with joy is adventure. So they are showing me adventure, adventure, adventure. I'm saying it 3 times like real estate agents, location, location, location. So it really is adventure. Okay. So here's what I want you to know. In 2020, when the pandemic hit, right? The pandemic have a purpose, and we all pretty much know, you guys in my community know what the purpose of the pandemic was. And a lot of that was to make us literally stop in our tracks. We needed, as a planet, to reevaluate our actions, our choices, and our habits. And we needed to be stopped dead in our tracks in order to really reevaluate. Now, with COVID came a lot of panic, a lot of concern, and a lot of fear. And it is one of the times on our planet that we were in the most fear that we have been in decades and centuries, right? So it was a lot of fear. So what they are really showing me is that fear is part of that lower vibration, and was our job to really go within, know thyself, find thyself, and really find ways to transmit the fear and the anger and the grief and the concern and turn it around. So if the word for most of us in 2020 was pivot, the word for 2023 is recalibrate. Okay. Hopefully you guys got that. It is a recalibration year. It means we have taken what has happened to us. We have learned from what has come with this. Hopefully we have moved in the right direction. We have really made some major changes in our lives. And now, again, what my word is, it is focus. It is focus to make sure that those changes that I have made, those lessons, those learnings, those things that I'm doing, I carry it into 2023, and that I have created new habits for myself that create joy, create adventure, create peace, create love. That is the as above, so below, as within, so without. Okay, do you guys get that? I hope you really, really get that. So this is the year for you to get out. Okay, plan the trips, do something, go somewhere, go to the family reunion, go to a retreat, go to a, go to a learning, go to get physical, hands-on, in-person education and love and experiences. We are really supposed to be out and amongst people again, okay? They are really showing me challenges and concerns if we continue to stay within our houses, if we keep shopping only online, if we bring ourselves in. I get it. We're using, we are using technology in a new way, and that's wonderful. I'm able to connect with you guys every single Monday because of technology. And yet, as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but my table is back there, and I am starting to do many more in-person Reiki with the communities up here. So it really is about getting back in person. And I know we have been, but really making relationships a priority in the things of getting out. So adventure, okay? The other thing they're telling me is it's time to let go. We have to let go of the grief. We have to let go of the fear, okay? We have to let go because there were things that happened in 2020 and things that happened in 21 that even carried into 2022 that really didn't have to carry into 2022. Things carried into 2022 because of our collective energy of fear and grief, right? So that's why the pandemic actually lasted longer than it really even needed to. So, but it's okay, right? It's all okay. It's all perfect. It's all as it should be. We move as a collective consciousness. So that's what happened. This is the year of letting it go. Okay, you guys, they're singing me the let it go, the Frozen song. We really need to let go of loss, of grief, of expectations, and of anger. So we didn't get to do things that we really, really wanted to do. And those opportunities gone. They're done. They're gone. We are not circling back to them, right? And we have to let go of the sadness because it really is time to move on and move on in a big way. Okay. So 2023 turns toward love, turn joy, and adventure. Okay. Going back to it, that the thing I wrote down is the grief, letting go of expectations of what was supposed to be. This includes missed opportunities, missed holidays, missed trips, money lost that could have been because of, trips that they didn't get to take, money that had to be, things were expensive. The pandemic ended up being expensive for a lot of people. So just to let that go, we built resilience from it. Okay. That we really, really did. We built resilience, and resilience is a good thing. That's the reframe. Okay. 7-year, know who you are. It is really about making sure you know who you are, really, really know yourself. Authenticity is a major theme of the Aquarian age, and it is really time to let go. This is going to be a big theme, not just in the 7-year, but going on into our Aquarian age. It is really time to let go of generational expectations of us, right? It is a new dawn, a new day, and shift can happen in an instant. So it's really important for you to look at your life and look at what the expectations that were placed on you from your parents, your grandparents, your family, the expectation of what's around you, and that you put the expectations of those, you continue to carry those expectations for yourself. And what my team is telling me is it is time, beyond time, that we look at what we want to be, what we want to do, and you ask yourself, is it good for me? Does it light my soul on fire? Am I happy? Is this what I want to do with my life? Am I living my purpose? Am I living positive happens? Am I living an empowered life? Am I still living expectations of somebody else, my parents, a partner, expectations on me as a child? It's like, it is time to let that go, my friends. Let that go. So, okay, what do we want? What's stopping us? You know, what do we want? Where do I want to go? What is stopping me? Those are the really good questions. Okay. So I think that's really all I have there to tell you. I could go on and on and on because they showed me a lot of really great stuff for 2023, but I think that's enough for you.